Okay, good morning. It's early in the morning here, and this is my first video recording. I've got the dog with me, and we might be interrupted by children, but I'm going to do a 20-minute class, just a shorter class today. This is something that you can hopefully slot into your routine. So let's get started. Make sure you've got something to do your practice on. It doesn't have to be a mat, but if you've got a mat, great. Grab yourself a towel, and I've got some cushions, and get all of your stuff, and then come onto your mat. And I'd like to start today's practice seated. But first of all, I'd just like to say thank you for joining me. Welcome, and I hope you're all getting used to your new routines. And let's hope that this does not last for a long period of time, and then we can be practicing soon together. But I'm looking forward to practicing this way with you. So once you've got everything, please grab something to sit on, and we're going to sit comfortably. Once you've come to a seated position, just lift your sit bones. Make sure you're feeling comfortable. If sitting cross-legged doesn't work for you this morning, just kneel. Place your hands down on your thighs. Spread and open across your chest. Crown of your head lengthens up towards the ceiling. Find some length in your spine, softness in your belly, and close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, take a moment just to arrive. Minds are pretty busy at the moment. And I'd like us to carve out this 20 minutes to settle. So whenever the mind starts to wander today in the practice, just come back to your breathing. Let the breath be your anchor, bringing you to one point, one concentration. Just the breath, breathing in and breathing out. So with that, I'd like you just to focus on 5 conscious breaths here. Breathing in and breathing out. That's it. Slow, calm inhalation and slow, calm exhalation. And allowing the exhalation to be the breath that allows any tensions just to drift away. And I find this practice of 5 conscious breaths, 10 if you have time, very useful for when I'm starting my day and also at the end of the day. Just clearing the mind. Let's do one more round together. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's bring our hands now to prayer. Set your intention for your practice, your sankalpa. Repeat that a couple of times. Positive intention dedicated to you or to someone else. And then when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. And then let's release the arms. From here, let's do some movements just to open up through the neck. So we're going to bring our right hand on the side of the head. We're going to soften the left shoulder, wrap it around behind, and keep the gaze down and just very gentle resistance as the hand gently comes down and the head gently pushes up into it. Let the chin tuck in a little bit more for a slightly deeper opening. And keep breathing. Relax the jawline. And then exhale, release. And let's move over onto the other side. So swapping over, a little bit of gentle resistance, hand into head, head into hand. Soften the shoulders, gaze is down. Maybe allow the chin to come a little closer to the chest. Good. And exhale, slowly release. Interlace the fingers behind the back of the head. Bring the elbows in. Exhale, chin to chest. And just feel once again a resistance as the head pushes up and the hands pull down, and relax your shoulders. Inhale back to center. Open your elbows. This time throat forward and gently raise your chin. Just feel the pelvic floor lift to support you here. And then exhale to center and release your arms. Stretch the fingertips out to the side. And then when you're ready, on your inhale, stretch your right arm up and exhale. Stretch all the way over to the left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower. So inhale, stretching left arm up. Exhale, take it all the way over. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Let's continue. So inhale, left. Exhale, extend over. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, over. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, over. Inhale. And exhale, lower. Stretch the hands over the backs of your knees. And let's roll the shoulders in and bring the backs of the hands to touch and push the upper back away. We're going to inhale, lift the chest, stretch the arms up, raise your chin. Bring your chin in, roll in the shoulders, backs of hands touch, fingers in and up, hands over your knees. So one more, roll in your shoulders, backs of hands touch. Inhale, take the arms up, lift and lengthen the spine. Chin in, roll in shoulders, backs of hands touch, fingers in and up, hands over your knees, and extend the arms. Let's release and come onto all fours. So just move your props out of the way. And as we come onto all fours, I'm just going to have to move the puppy. Know that at any point, if you need some support for your knees, then kneel on a cushion or a blanket. Make sure your shoulders and your wrists are in line and your hips and your knees are in line. I'm just going to slightly angle the mat. That's it. Okay. And then from here, lengthen your spine. Crown of head forward, tailbone lengthens back. Let's just turn our right palm up to the ceiling for a moment and then release. And then our left palm and release. Just do that a couple of times. Stimulating into the wrist joint. Important before we do any weight loading on that area of the body. Let's do one more on each side. Good. And then pause. From here, lengthen your spine again. As you inhale, tailbone lift, chest comes forward, gazing forward. Exhale, let's round out the spine, lift the navel up towards the back body. Inhale, tailbone lift, chest comes forward. And then exhale, let's round out the spine. So close your eyes. Inhale, chest forward, tailbone lift. Exhale, rounding it out, just isolating through our spinal column, creating some space and movement. And just making your movement the length of your breath. So if you can, let's try and slow it down a little so that we really get into every part of the spinal column. Good. This time when the chest comes forward, think about squeezing the shoulders together. And next time you round out, really lift the belly up towards the ceiling. Good. Making this your last round. Coming forward. And then rounding it all the way out. And then come back to a neutral position. And in a neutral position, let's start by doing some circles in a clockwise tight, a little sticky. Fingers are gently gripping to help support your wrists. Maybe feel the movement in the whole of your spine now. That's it, good. And then we're going to transition into the second side, other direction. So maybe starting a bit smaller to begin, and then when that feels comfortable, begin to take that movement a little bigger. Beautiful. Slowly make your way back to your center. That's it. From here, we're going to tuck the toes, and inhale, we're going to hover the knees. So really feel those abdominals, the deep abdominals working to support you here. Keep holding this for a few moments. Keep pushing down into the ground, and the crown of your head lengthens forward. Good. Exhale, drop your knees, untuck toes, and let's sit back into child pose, lengthening the spine. Inhale to all fours, tuck your toes. Let's hover those knees. And then exhale, drop your knees, untuck toes, and sit back onto your heels. If sitting back feels too strong this morning, just stay high and stretch the arms out and let the heart come forward. Otherwise, inhale, come to all fours, hover your knees. That's it. Draw the lower abdomen in. Exhale, drop your knees, untuck your toes, and let's sit back onto the heels. Good. Inhale to all fours. Tuck your toes, hover your knees. This time, hips to ceiling. Down dog. Knees are soft. Inhale, come forward. Hover your knees. Drop them. Untuck toes. Extended child pose. Inhale to all fours. Tuck your toes. Hover your knees. Downward facing dog. Good. One more. Inhale, hover your knees. Oh, got a very friendly puppy. Drop your knees. Child pose. And then inhale, come all the way up to all fours. Tuck your toes, and then make your way to your downward facing dog. So here, soften through your knees, particularly if you're tight in your hammies or lower back. I want you to plant the palms, face the fingers, pushing down, roll the shoulders away from your ears. Feel the front body lift to the back body. And with your knees a little softer, begin to feel the hips lengthen. So particularly if you're tight, just take this easy. You're very welcome to begin to walk it out. Lifting one heel at a time, bending into the knee. Nice, slow movement. Back to a place of stillness. Find that lovely length. Then when you're ready, making your way to the top of the mat, take as many steps as you need to. Once you come to the top of your mat, take the feet a little wider, hold onto your shins, just half lift for a moment, and then exhale, fold yourself forward. Good, couple more like that, so half lift, lengthen. You want a slightly deeper hamstring release and opening. Don't let the bottom slide back. Keep the hips directly over your heels as you exhale, fold. Good, one more. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Push into your feet. Inhale, roll the body up. Let's take our arms up, our gaze up. Chin in and exhale, lower the hands. From there, take the feet a little bit wider. Fingertips are going to lightly touch. And then what I'd like you to do is close your eyes here. Now spread your toes, big toes a little. Subtle lift of the inner arches. Squeeze your heels in. Draw your kneecaps up, but keep a little bit of a bend. Your pelvic floor lifts, your lower abdomen draws in, but the bottom is soft. The heart lifts, the collarbones spread open, the crown of your head extends all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you take a breath in, just feel the chest and the upper back expanding. Exhale, gently drawing your lower abdomen, breathe out all the way. Let's open our eyes, breath in. Exhale. exhale, lower your arms, roll your shoulders in, flex fingers to forearms. Roll out the shoulders and push into the heel of your hands. Turn the fingers now up. Bring the arms forward, throat forward. Let's take our gaze up. Good, chin in, lower your arms and roll in the shoulders. Roll out the shoulders and push into your palms. Turn the fingers up. Let's take our arms forward. Gaze down as you raise your heels. Bend the knees slightly, lower your arms and roll your shoulders. Now squeeze the legs together for stability. Roll out the shoulders and push into your palms. Turn the fingers up. Let's take our arms forward. Now straighten your legs. Lower your heels, bend the knees, lower your arms and roll in shoulders. Roll out the shoulders and push into your palms. Turn the fingers up. Arms forward, throat forward, gaze up. Straighten your legs. And exhale, lower your arms. Interlace the fingers and take the arms up. Push into your big toes. Let's raise the heels. And then exhale, lower. Bend the knees, arms in front. Push the upper back away. Raise your heels, squeeze your thighs. Go a little deeper, but once again, be careful for your knees here. Push the hips forward and come up and lower. And release. Take the arms behind and interlace. Hold the elbows if that's too strong. Bend your knees. Raise heels. Squeeze thighs. Let's sink just a little deeper. Push the hips forward and come up and lower. And release. Interlace and take the arms up. Let's lengthen through our left side and stretch up and over to the right. Inhale, center. Other side, lengthen and stretch up and over to the left side. And inhale, center. Hips are nice and still. Take a breath in and exhale. Just turn the upper body to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale to our left. Inhale, center. And release. Coming to the top of the mat for our salute sequence. So toes can touch or feet hip width distance apart. Backs of hands together. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. And when you're ready, we're going to exhale and we're going to fold all the way forward. So hold your legs. Or, if that feels okay, you can touch the floor. Half lift, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold. From here, let's do one more. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold all the way forward. Let's take our hands down. We're going to step our right foot back into a plank. From your plank, we're going to hold. So chest comes forward. Heels lengthen back, lift the belly. And push down into your mat. Feel that space between the shoulders lift up. When you're ready, shift forward, drop your knees and slowly lower with control all the way down onto your abdomen. Now lengthen into your toes. That's it. So from here, as you lengthen into toes, really engage those legs. Scoop the belly in, and then when you're ready, on your inhale, begin to peel the body away from your mat. And then exhale, let's lower all the way down. I'm just going to slightly rearrange the camera here so that you can see what's happening. Just bear with me. You can do one more while you're waiting for me to do this. So what I'd like you to do is inhale, draw the belly in, slowly lift the chest. And exhale, lower all the way down. To come out, hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes under, come back up onto all fours. Now let's transition either into your child pose or into your downward facing dog. And just find that lovely length. Still keep the knees a little soft, still warming up the back of the body. But feel like your front ribs are trying to join the back ribs, so we're not collapsing the front body. Exhale completely. When you're ready, we're going to step our right foot, left foot towards the top of the mat. Take as many steps as you need. Half lift here for a moment. And exhale, fold. Push into your feet. Inhale, roll the body up. Arms up, gaze up. Exhale, lower your arms down. Good. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, let's fold all the way forward. Half lift, so lengthen. Even the sides of the neck are growing long here. And exhale, fold. Hands down, step your left foot back this time, right foot joins for your plank. Knees can come down if it's feeling too strong. Feel that lift as the front body lifts to the back body. Nice and strong here. It creates some heat and some energy. Shift forward, drop the knees, and lower with control. That's it. Lengthen into your thighs, draw the lower abdomen in, and then inhale, begin to lift the chest again. This time you might hover your hands, but squeeze your elbows in. You might feel that a little bit more into the kidney area. And then exhale, lower. One more, inhale, lift. Optional to hover your hands, squeeze the elbows in. And then exhale, lower. Tuck your toes, push back to all fours, downward facing dog. And in your down dog, just let yourself settle and connect back to your breath. Exhaling completely. And then when you're ready, stepping your left foot, right foot all the way up towards the top of your mat. Half lift here, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold, push into your feet. Inhale, roll your body up, arms up, gaze up, chin in, and exhale, lower. From this position, let's take a nice big step back with our left leg, and I'd like you to bend into your right knee and broaden your front knee. Pelvic floor lifts, float the arms out for warrior two. Gaze down your middle finger. Now relax your shoulders. Keep broadening that front knee. And breathe. Let's look over our back shoulder and left palm joins right palm. And then exhale it across the body. One more. Inhale, float it forward. And exhale, take it all the way back. Flip your front palm, lengthen forward, and inhale. Take the arm all the way up and keep bending into your front knee. And then exhale, release. Hands either side of front foot. Back toe points forward. Now you have the option to drop the back knee or keep it lifted. Firstly, lengthen the spine forward and lift the belly. Then inhale, stretch that right arm all the way up towards the sky. And then exhale, lower it down. Step your back foot in slightly, push into front foot in, inhale, come up. Squeeze your feet together. Now in your crescent lunge, drop a little deeper, maybe even bend the back knee, particularly if the lower back's a little tight. And just gently draw in the abdomen. We're going to transition into stork. So keep squeezing the feet, lean the body forward. Bring that back knee forward. Flex your toes. Lift as tall and as high as you can. And then exhale, lower. Let's take a nice big step back with your right leg now and bend into your left knee. Broaden the left knee, and then I'd like you to float the arms out for your warrior two. Pelvic floor lifts. Gaze down your middle finger. Just steady your breath here for a few moments. Look over your back shoulder. This time inhale, right arm joins your left palm, and exhale it across your body. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, take it all the way back. Look forward, flip your palm, lengthen forward. Inhale, take the top arm up. Keep the front knee bent. And then exhale, release hands either side of front foot, back toe points forward. Drop the knee if you need or keep it lifted. And lengthen your spine forward. Inhale, float your left arm up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, release. Push into your front foot, inhale, come up. Let's sink a little deeper, squeeze the feet together. Armpits feel like they're moving forward. We're going to lean the body forward and then bring that back knee forward for stork. Grow as tall and as long as you can here. And then exhale, release. Take the feet nice and wide. Fold the body all the way forward. Hands to backs of calves. Half lift here for a moment. And let's exhale, fold all the way forward. And unhunch your shoulders. Too strong, bend the knees, or you can rest your elbows on your knees as we begin to open up a lot stronger through the back of the body. Then from here, release your hands and take the fingertips to the floor. Take the feet a little wider and turn the toes out. So lift your pelvic floor, squeeze your heels in, and very slowly
squat yourself all the way down. So if that's too strong on your knees or hips, just come to that point that feels okay, and you can bring the elbows onto your knees. Otherwise, if you've come all the way down, squeeze heels in, lift the heart and let the sit bones drop. Good, exhale completely. Release fingertips down, and as you inhale, we're going to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. We're going to lift the chest forward and lengthen, and then exhale, squeeze your heels in as you squat all the way down, prayer, and lengthen your spine. Release, inhale, lifting your hips, lifting the chest forward, and then exhale, squeeze the heel in as you squat all the way down. Good, grow a little taller through your spine. Close your eyes for a moment. Let the breath settle. And then from here, very slowly release. Lower your bottom down and stretch your legs out in front. Now I'm going to move a dog. He's decided to take up the best part of the mat that I need. Okay, alright. So with your legs extended now, lift your sit bones, bend the knees, and we're going to wrap the arms underneath the backs of the legs. Gently draw on the lower abdomen, lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, let's fold all the way forward. Keep the chin in, and I'd like you to focus here that you're feeling that the front body is just floating over your thighs. The thighs are just gently rolling in. Close your eyes. Subtly lift the pelvic floor and just feel the inhale just gently lifts and floats you forward. And the exhale is where you might soften just a little deeper into your forward fold. Now I'd like you to think about counting an inhalation for 3 or 4 in your head and an exhalation for 3 or 4 in your head. You're welcome to hold the feet without using your arms to draw you forward. When you've exhaled completely here, just inhale, lift and lengthen your spine forward. And exhale, fold forward. Release your feet and inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Place the hands behind you, bend your knees, feet to the edges of your mat. And as you exhale, just let your knees drop over to your right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. And begin to just gently take the legs from side to side as you windscreen wiper them, releasing into the lower back and the hips. Keep the chest lifting. And next time you drop your knees all the way over to your right, maybe pause, lift the heart, and to take the gaze in the opposite direction to your knees. Good, head to center. Inhale, knees in. Exhale, drop. Let's do the other side. Lift the chest, look over your shoulder. Good. Head to center. Inhale, lift your knees. And then stretch the legs out in front. Give them a little bit of a shake. From here, lift your sit bones again. And then I'm going to get you to bend up your right knee. I'm going to just mirror it and take it over the extended leg. Lengthen your spine really tall. And then we're going to wrap our left arm around our right knee. And as you inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, we're just going to turn and look over the shoulder. Find length in your lower back. And begin to initiate the twist into the stiffer part of the spine, the rib cage, to the mid and the upper back. And then exhale, look forward and release. Let's just swap over sides. So once you've swapped your legs, lengthen your spine, wrap the arm around. Inhale, grow tall, and as you exhale, begin to initiate your twist. Perhaps even closing your eyes and really feeling that spiraling sensation into the spine, the rib cage. Shoulders are relaxed. and exhale, look forward. Release yourself, undo those legs, give them a little bit of a shake out. Bend the knees now, stretch the arms out in front, and as you exhale, we're going to lower all the way down slowly with control, and then hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a little bit of a gentle rock here. Pause, feet down, hands going to be by the side body for our bridges. Fingertips can almost touch the heels. Scoop the belly in, and as you inhale, just begin to lift the lower back, the mid back, and the upper back to the ceiling, and then just lower your upper, mid, and lower. Did I get that one right? Sorry. Inhale, lift your lower, mid, and your upper back, and then lower the upper, mid, and lower. And we're just slowly rolling up and down the spine, just a couple more times. Feel the thighs gently squeezing in so they're tracking parallel. And you're welcome to incorporate the arm movement here. So inhale, you're going to lift the hips and you're going to float the arms over your head. And then you're going to exhale and you're going to lower the arms and the hips together. And I'd like you to continue with that movement, just flowing up and down your body. That's it, feeling that lovely space that's created by this movement. And think about trying to slow this down. So the movement is the length of your breath. So let's slow it down. Imagine you're sort of moving through some nice runny, heated treacle. So there's fluidity there, but a bit of resistance, and that just slows that movement down. And you're very welcome next time your hips are lifted to take the arms down and under the back body and tuck under one shoulder at a time. Push into the big toes, lift the chest up towards your nose, relax your jaw. Good, and breathe into the belly. And then when you feel ready, exhale, release that all the way down. Give yourself a big hug. And let's move into our twist. So stretch the arms out, level with shoulders, knees are together. And from here, we're just going to take our legs all the way over to the right side. So I'm going to do it same side with you. Relax the back body, particularly softening that left shoulder and armpit. And let the body be soft and heavy. Inhale to your center, feet down, lift the hips up for a moment, and then lower. And then let's do the second side, knees together, and drop them over to the left side now, and relax into that right armpit. Focus on that space behind your heart, just softening down into your mat. Inhale all the way back to center. Give yourself a lovely big hug. And then I'd like you just to release yourself onto your mat. So make sure you're comfortable now. If you do have time, then you're very welcome to do a shoulder stand. So you can pause and do a shoulder stand and then join me again. Otherwise, just let yourself settle into the mat now. Relax your shoulders, armpits, belly, pelvis, toes. Soften the throat pit, mouth, the nose and the eyes, and just let everything soften. If you feel like the body's not so comfortable, then grab a cushion maybe to place underneath your head, or a rolled up towel or blanket underneath the backs of your knees. Feel that the right and the left side of your body is equally in contact with the floor, and both sides feel equally relaxed. Allowing the exhale to soften you a little deeper. let's move into a practice of visualizing alternating the breath, Nadi Shodan. So just take a normal breath in and breathe out all the way. Visualize breathing in through your left nostril to your third eye, and then visualize breathing out through your right. Visualize breathing in right to third eye, and visualize breathing out left. That's one round. So in through left to third eye, out right. In right to third eye, and out left. In left to third eye, let that be soft, that space, and out right. In right to third eye, and out left. And just now in your own time, just moving into this practice. And then without hurrying, no hurry here, please just slowly finish this final round. Visualizing the breath leaving out through the left nostril. Now let yourself completely settle and the breath just come back to normal. And with your eyes closed, just allow the exhalation to soften you a little deeper. Allow yourself now to be still, calm and quiet in your body, in your breath, and in your mind. Wish to remain longer, please do. Otherwise, slowly begin to move the fingers, toes, stretch the body out. Bring the knees to the chest, and just roll to your preferred side and just stay for a few moments. And then when you are ready, make your way to seated, hands to prayer. Just coming back to the intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. Just
a moment to acknowledge the time you've made to practice, and those that you have shared this practice with, maybe not in the same room, but in various different locations. And as acknowledgement, we bow forehead to fingertips as we say Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you soon.